YouTubers, it's Michaela and
Ethan, what up?
Me and my fiance. Tonight we wanted to kind of just make a video of controversial topics. The ones I would like to talk about are gay marriage, the transgender Target bathroom issue. That's it for me. Anything you would like to add for right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so apparently, I know this is going back in time to when gay marriage was actually not okay, became legal in the state of Idaho. It was just hilarious, huh?
A thing.
Yeah. It was just hilarious to me, the fact that, all these people who supported gays and the lesbians and everything could post, gay pride, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I put one post of straight pride, they were all like, how dare you? I'm like, straight people never get that kind of recognition. We don't have straight pride parades. I personally think we should. But I think, let's see, what's it called? 4th of July, that kind of a thing. There's actually parades for normal people. But it's just like, oh, well, I can't be happy that I'm straight, but you can be happy that you're gay. I personally think that's totally wrong, and you can say whatever you want to say about that, but it's totally wrong. I don't care what thing you identify with or any of that. If you think that having straight pride or being proud to be straight, I don't care who you are. It's wrong, and I'm not okay with it. Anything to add?
It's just very twisted.
Mm-hmm.
And very messed up to have people think that you're gay and get a whole day to yourself, whereas people like us, straight, man, woman, can't have a day for ourselves to go out and be like, yeah, we're man and woman, awesome. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Oh, I definitely agree with you. And for common sense sake, I will not be quoting Bible verses or anything that the supposed hardcore Christians actually are supposed to do on YouTube. Because I know for a fact anybody who tries to comment against any of my Bible verses that I would even quote would take it out of context and just basically start a fight out of nothing. So I'm just going to save you all a headache, and I'm not even going to try to do that because I know how today's world works, and unfortunately, that's what most people do. And I'm sick and tired of it. If you want to take a verse out of context, read the entire chapter that it's in, and then maybe you'll understand. Because something I learned when I went to Cola, context, context, context. A context out of its pretext is a proof text for someone's... Sorry, I don't remember the quote, so you can make fun of me for that for later. Something to just ramble on in the comments if you don't like who I am. The other controversy. The transgender bathroom Target thing. I have been seeing a lot of posts, and Pastor... I'm trying to remember his exact name. I follow him on YouTube. He has been making a lot of videos of it, and he was actually on Fox News for it. They tried backing him into a corner about it, and he still stood tall. He, he's out there, he's talking for God, because what you identify with, you shouldn't have to be able to choose what bathroom you go to. If you were born a man, there is a bathroom for men. I don't care if you dress up like a woman, you're still a man. It doesn't matter. You go to the men's bathroom. If you're a woman and you try to identify yourself as a man, no, you were born as a woman. You go to the woman's bathroom. It's separate. And a lot of people seem to think that, oh, this is not an issue, we're just being in the world, and we're just, trying to make everything butterflies and pixie dust. No. There will be, and I can almost promise you. There will probably be pedophiles, rapists, murderers, all that kind of stuff, identifying themselves with a certain bathroom. That way they can go do that kind of stuff, because apparently it's okay. And I'm not trying to say that transgender people are, rapists and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying you're literally opening the door wide open for these kind of people to come in and hurt women and children and even men and boys. And it's retarded. Why would you do that? And another thing that has actually been bothering me is whenever I bring God up, people are like, oh, this has nothing to do with religion. I said God. I did not mention anything about religion. God is not religion. Man made religion. How is none of you getting this? God's not religion. Having a relationship with Jesus Christ, God the Father, and the Holy Spirit, that's a relationship. It's not a religion. Yes, there is things, like the 10 Commandments and all the old rules in the Old Testament. Those don't apply. I mean, if you want to get on the rules of the Bible and be like, oh, well, blah, 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 you need to follow this, then I'm going to throw it back in your face. You can't have bacon. You can't do this. You can't cut your hair. Because it's in the Old Testament, it does not mean that it's not valid anymore. It doesn't mean that it's not permanent. It's just those rules do not apply to today. They do not apply to the New Testament. Jesus died on the cross. As long as you believe that and you read the Bible, you not a requirement to go to church. It just helps you along with your journey. And you believe that Jesus died on the cross and you follow God and you get closer with God and you proclaim his name. That's just your deal with God. It's not up to me. But I know for a fact 100% that being gay, transgender, drag queen, changing your sex,
bisexual,
transsexual, pansexual, all the sexual things. There's so many of them now, I can't even name all of them. Oh, it's crazy. Before I go for another rant, do you have anything to say?
Yes, people. She loves to explain her stuff. It's very entertaining to watch her just go off on these little rants, and interesting to see her views and see what she has to say. Anyways, as far as my thing, as she said, yes, every time you bring God or Jesus or any of those things up, it always goes into this big fight of, oh, you can't bring faith into this because it's total crap. It's, like there was one person that commented on one of her videos that she likes to follow of, she had mentioned God, and they were basically saying, he didn't say in the Bible he didn't make them, but if you also look at it and read through the Bible, there is also in there that he didn't make them either.
He's talking about gays, by the way.
Yes, and transsexuals, and it's not, you're not born that way. It's a life choice that you make.
Mm-hmm.
I could have made the choice to be gay. She could have made the same choice. But we chose to be straight because that is how it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is with this whole identifying yourself crap in the bathrooms, all I know is, for me, when we get married and 30 days come tomorrow, if that happens to anywhere here in Idaho or anywhere we go, I promise you, I will identify myself as such, and I am protecting my wife. I will stand in front of that door. I don't care what anybody says. This is my life sitting right here. I will protect it with my life. I would die for it. This is what I believe. Back to you, sweetheart.
I love him so much.
Love you too.
So anyway, guys, just wanted to kind of talk about these topics. I know it's going to be controversial, and there's probably going to be a whole bunch of hate comments, all that kind of stuff. I would just encourage you to just not, because if you're really that against it, why are you watching this entire video in the first place?
Exactly.
If
let the haters hate.
If you got a problem with me, or a problem with what I'm saying, I mean, if you feel like you absolutely need to comment, then go ahead and do it. I can't promise you that I won't report it if it gets to the point where
it's getting harassment.
Yeah, harassment, anything like that. As soon as it gets bad, I'm going to hit that report button, just giving you guys a heads up. And I know disclaimers are usually at the beginning of the video, but I'm doing mine at the end. This has everything to do with the LGBT community. If you're part of that, and you get offended by this video, sorry, but you got offended by truth. And that's all there is to really say about that. Because if you're offended by truth, that's your problem. It's not mine. It's the way God made us. You chose to be like that, and you're choosing to go against what God made you to be. It's not my issue. It's between you and God. This is my opinion, and other people have posted videos about their views on this community and the transgender and everything. But as soon as you're against it, apparently it's not okay. But you know what? It is okay. I'm against it. He's against it. I can make a video about it. It's my opinion. It's his opinion. If you want to post your opinion on YouTube, go for it. I'm encouraging you to do that. But we're putting our opinion out there, and it's up to us. I'm sorry if you're offended by truth. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Later.